want to leave.
Good morning. It's a beautiful morning and we're on the Harrietsham Trail. Let's get on it. Finding lesser known hiking trails can be a real challenge, as most people flock to the popular spots, leaving the quieter trails untouched. Many of these hidden trails offer a level of solitude and natural beauty that's hard to find in more crowded areas. The search for these trails can be daunting, but it's often worth it for the chance to experience something truly special. Kent is home to many of these hidden trails, each with its own unique character and charm. The difficulty of finding these trails is part of what makes them so appealing, as it feels like discovering a secret that few others know about. So this is a 5.9 mile trail this morning. It's meant to take about 2.5 hours. Harrietsham is noted in the Domesday Book. In medieval times, the manor of Harrietsham passed through a succession of families, including the Adam family of Essex. The village contains a number of listed buildings, the most important of which, architecturally, are Bell Farm House in East Street and the Saxon Church of St John the Baptist, which are both listed Grade 1. The village also includes a church dedicated to St Peter, a Roman Catholic church, and several non-conformist churches. The Olympic torch of London 2012 travelled through Harrietsham. The River Len flows through the village south of the M20, on which is located Holme Mill. The large Marley works to the east of the centre detract from the rural tranquillity as well as the transport corridor. The village is bypassed by the A20 road which links Maidstone and Ashford. Harrietsham Railway Station serves the village. South Eastern operates trains between London Victoria, Maidstone East and Ashford International. Stagecoach South East operates a regular service on the route 10X between Ashford and Maidstone. Both the M20 motorway and High Speed 1 pass through the parish. It is quite the loveliest morning. It's beginning to warm up, and there was a slight chill in the breeze just when I started only a few minutes ago, and now it's warming up nicely. Now, this is interesting. What's been going on here? Well, there it is. There's a walk. It's not our walk, but it is a walk nonetheless. Look at that. Well, maybe I'll come back and do that one day. I bet the view from up there is absolutely delightful. Maybe we'll even get up there, who knows. But everywhere, as far as the eye can see, is beautiful. It's one of those mornings where it's all just, like I said in one of my films recently, it feels like sort of spring has fully kicked in. Summer's in the post, and it just makes you want to get out and about and walk and do whatever it is you do. Look at these blossoms and the greens on the leaves, greens on the trees even. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I actually only found this walk by mistake yesterday. It had somehow slipped through my net of hikes that I've got sort of planned, and I suddenly chanced across it, and it's only 20 minutes away from where I live, so it seemed almost churlish not to. I'm pretty sure that at some point on this walk the jumper's going to come off. I'm already beginning to feel a bit warm, but I'll keep it on for now. Well, that's one way to keep people out of your field, isn't it? I'm already regretting that I didn't bring the drone with me this morning. I was in two minds whether to bring it out or not. I don't know why I don't just always bring it, but I wasn't entirely sure what kind of walk this was going to be. So yeah, I didn't bring it. I know I'm going to regret it. But, there's always next time. And the first style of the day. Let's have a go at that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Walking up this path has been well, it's going uphill, but at the same time it's on a sort of rake. So you're going 1 foot up, 1 foot down, and going uphill at the same time. So it's a bit awkward, but I think we've just cracked it. But what's this say? Some beautiful bluebells over there, if that is bluebells. Don't shoot me if I've got it wrong, but they look kind of blue. Now, it's not telling us to go on this path, but at the same time it's not telling us not to. So I'm going to give it a try, just to see what we can see. Yeah, these are bluebells, aren't they? They look like bluebells. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. There's a few nettles here, so I'm kind of glad I've got me long trousers on.
The trail itself is well marked and it's easy to follow, making it accessible to hikers of all levels. As I walk, I notice the unique flora and fauna that call this trail home, from the rare wildflowers that bloom in the spring to the towering trees that provide shade and shelter from the sun. The sense of peace and tranquility that pervades this trail is palpable.
There's that dreaded sign. Bullenfield. Right, there they are over there, and there are calves. So we are going to watch ourselves. I can see that there's calves over there with them. So I'm kind of obviously praying that I don't have to go through that field. Well, we just got away with that one. Every time I have to walk through, you know, a farm or paddocks or anything like that, I'm always expecting guard dogs to come flying out. Which, you know, when you're walking around with no kind of protection and, you know, a camera and a bag on your back, then it can be a little bit concerning. Now, here we go through here. Now, naturally, my concern is that we're going to end up right on top of that field full of bulls or cows, calves, whatever. See, these are some of the challenges you do face on these walks, is, you know, things like dogs, wildlife, certainly cows and bulls. Not so much with sheep, they tend to keep themselves to themselves, but horses are generally okay. But I move slowly around them. Common sense tells me to move slowly because they can be skittish. But yeah, they are some of the challenges of doing these walks. I don't know what you lot think. Let me know. Let me know what what problems you've come across and how you've dealt with them, because you know it's through that we all learn. A friend of mine at work grew up on a farm, and she said, you know, to try and avoid cows, you know, move straight past them, don't bother them, they won't bother you. But if they do, don't run and make yourself big. And somebody else said hit the ground with a stick. That tends to maybe worry them a little bit, but you know, these are things you sort of get told, you pick up on, and I don't know. Tell me what you think. It's incredibly peaceful. I've got these woods here on my right, and I can just hear the birds singing away and the echo through the trees. It's absolutely beautiful to listen to. There's some crows out there in the distance by the sound of it. Seeing those cows has put me in mind of that row of cows we saw a couple of weeks ago that just came flying out of one field straight past the field that I was about to go into. And now how grateful I was that I wasn't halfway through that field at the time, because they were big and there were lots of them. By the look of it, we're on this side of this row of trees. I think we're going just straight across. Yeah. Now, I thought that last field was big. This is a big field. So we've just got over the 2 mile mark. So we've got about 4 left, to about a third of the way. Hasn't been too painful so far. And by the look of it, we managed to skirt those cows. So that's a good thing. There's old woods over there. I don't know if we end up in there at some point, but probably be nice if we did. That's going to make for a big bonfire. So we're just going to make our way through this this kissing gate. There's a lovely smell in that field. I don't know, or there's a lovely smell all round. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's really quite fragrant. And look at that. That's the Ringlestone Inn. It's 10:15, so still a bit early for a quick drink. But if you do this one and you find yourself at the Ringlestone Inn, pop in and get yourself a pint, or whatever takes your fancy. So I think we're walking down this road for a little while. No, we're not. No, we're absolutely not. Well, this is really peculiar. Well, according to this, I wasn't meant to come out of that onto the street at all. Looks like Royal Mail haven't updated their letterboxes just yet. And there's somebody's lost their dinosaur, look. Someone's dinosaur's missing. That's not going to stand up, is it? Oh well, we tried. Now, this is really strange. Yeah, it's suggesting I shouldn't have come through here at all. And I should have just carried on inside this field. Now, this is really odd. I don't understand why it's done that. It's taken me all the way to an edge of a field, only to come back into it. Oh, that wind is blowing. Fortunately, it's very warm. It's a lovely warm wind, but it's blowing a good one. Now then. You can just see the very faint outline of a path here. It is incredibly faint, but you can see it. And I have a suspicion that when we get down to the bottom here, to these trees, we're going to skirt around these woods. Oh, that wind is blowing. That's really started to blow. I mean, if it's like this here, I wonder what it's going to be like in the Peak District when I get there next month. Now, do I go through this gate or do I stay in this field? That's the question. And that lovely smell is getting stronger and stronger. I wish I knew what it was. It's really sweet, a really kind of fragrant, sweet smell. maybe jasmine or something like that. Okay. I mean, I've got the muffler on the wireless mic, so hopefully you can hear me just fine, but it's really breezy. That was a strange little section for what looked like a bit of a caravan park. I don't know if it was. It was 4 or 5 static homes or caravans, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, the things you come across, eh? I'll have to wait till I get home and check it all on the check it when I'm editing. But from here, I'm looking at the camera, and I suspect it's where the sun is in the sky thing, but it looks like the picture's really dark. I don't know if it is or whether it's, like I say, it's just where the sun is in the sky and it's affecting how I'm seeing the screen. But yeah, hopefully I haven't got an hour of me just walking in the dark. That would be a less than ideal walk. Although, talking of being in the dark, next week I've got the long-awaited next camp, which is going to be my first woods camp. I've done a few fields, but I've never done a woods, and so I'm looking forward to that with some trepidation, but obviously it will be filmed and it will come out probably after this one, and oh god, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's been a long time coming, this one, so I'm intrigued, if nothing else, to see how that one's going to pan out. I've got to be honest, I'm a little bit scared as well, but what are you going to do? You have to face your fears. Don't face your fears, you'll be scared of them all your life. So, I'm going to skirt around this one, I think. Now then. I bet a few months ago this was boggy as hell. And now just with a couple of weeks of some, not even hot weather, but some decent sunshine and not rain, it's all just lovely. It's absolutely lovely to walk. Although it is due to rain for the next 3 days, I believe, after today. So thank God my day off is today. Oh, I do love styles that you can just walk round the side of. They're good. Green there, look at that grass. It's so green. Vibrant, you know, popping green. Starting to hear seagulls now. Surely we haven't walked that far. Right. Another style. On a very, very rickety fence. Aren't they beautiful? Lovely, lovely things. I'll leave them to it. And there we have it. That incredible view. I mean, I don't even know how far that is that you can see. Maybe 20 miles into the real distance. Who knows? But it is beautiful, no matter what. It is absolutely beautiful. Which I think I already have. Now we're dropping down, all the way down into that sort of dip. I don't know if you'd call it a valley, but it is certainly a dip. We're going all the way down there. Taking in that incredible horizon on the way. Daisies, anyone? I've always loved the sound of gravel underfoot or under car tyres, you know. So it's a very relaxing sound, I don't know why. Alright, so we've just bang on 4 miles, so we've got about 1.5 miles to go. There's a lot of hay. Sorry to state the obvious, but that was a lot of hay. Well, I haven't seen one of them for a long time. I have a feeling they were called something like Nissan huts, and they were built in World War II, or they were used in World War II. I know bomb shelters were made with that corrugated iron, you know, in the Anderson shelters, in people's back gardens. But obviously, if I'm wrong and they're not Nissan huts, which is obviously very likely, very possible, then do let me know. Now, I'm not seeing a way out. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Just as I say it. Just as I say, there's no way out. Whew. So we find ourselves back on Pilgrim's Way. We're going this way. Well, that feels ever so slightly less heavy on the legs. I'm not quite sure why, but because it didn't feel like we were going uphill. All right. You all right? How you going? There's old Shire horses up there. Look at that. 100 years ago, they would have been seen pulling the beer barrels up and down these country lanes that we're on now. Oh, hopefully they've got a better life now, a more relaxing, peaceful life. So this is the brother Percival statue. It looks like he's having a lovely old relax, and who can blame him? How's that? How's that for a house? So we're coming up to the end of the circular part of the walk, and we're going to turn left up here, and that will take us on the path back to Harrietsham station where we started. So we're in the last mile, and I've got to say it's been an absolutely delightful walk. Nothing major in terms of, sights and when I say sights, I don't mean obviously the countryside and the beautiful views over the Kent Downs, but I mean mills and rivers and lakes and that kind of thing. Stately homes, the things that sometimes make these walks a little bit more interesting. So yeah, nothing in terms of that, but in terms of it just being a really nice, sort of spring day walk through the countryside and the woods, and seeing sheep and horses and stuff. It's been absolutely delightful. This lovely house again. I mean, it really is a shame it's gated like that. I mean, probably not for them. I'm sure they're really glad that it is gated, but just peeping over the top there, it looks like such a lovely house. But I understand people's desire for privacy, so you have to respect that. It's interesting, isn't it, that on one side of this path all the trees are completely bare, and on the other side they've all got a bounty of green leaves, give or take these two. I wonder if that's something to do with shadow and just not getting enough sunlight. So we are very much coming to the end of today's walk. I really enjoyed it, as I said, and as always, if you're still here, thank you very much for joining us. Do please like, subscribe,
and comment. As I always say, the comments are the most important thing. They really are. Well, certainly to me, as the person that sort of makes the films, knowing what you like and what you don't like, and what you think and what you want to see, they're the most important things. So here we are back at Harrietsham Station. So until next time, take care.